there everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online with our KDF spin-off. So this part we will be finishing off this series officially with us playing through the mission Khitomer Discord, because that mission does have a unique cutscene dialogue sequence, whatever it is. I actually don't know because I haven't played it, so I'm not certain how they have it set up. For Klingon recruits, which this character is. So we're going to go ahead and play through that. So let's go ahead and get started.
It appears the hunt for Ja'ula may come to an end soon. Our latest intel indicates she's operating out of 4 key sectors, including Khitomer. I've dispatched operatives to 3 of those sectors, but I want you to check out Khitomer personally. I'm sending General Martok with you. If she's there, I want the Alliance's best to take her down and bring an end to this civil war. Do your best to take her alive. But if she forces your hand, give her that traitor's death she deserves.
Yep, okay, that's fine. We can do that. Jim Hawk.
Serve the imp.
Transwarp on over to Khitomer. And let's see, again, pretty sure I read this back during our main series, but just, you know, on the off chance somebody didn't watch the main series. An M-class planet used as a neutral site multiple times for diplomatic negotiations, Khitomer played a vital role in the formation of the Klingon Federation Alliance of the late 24th century. Hosted the historic Khitomer Conference in 2293, which started the first peace negotiations between the Federation and the Empire. By 2346, the planet was home to a Klingon colony destroyed in a sneak Romulan attack, known afterwards as the Khitomer Massacre. Taken by the Romulan Star Empire after the attack, it remained in Romulan hands until 2382, when the Klingons took the world back by force over Federation objections. 3 years later, all non-Klingons were expelled from the planet. The USS Enterprise E participated in the evacuation. And this is going to be one of those loading screens that's a little bit slow. And there we go.
You made it. Good. In times like this, every warrior needs someone they can trust at their side. And when fighting the Mokai, someone to watch their back as well.
Good to see you too, General.
Coghran's here in that fancy new Alliance ship of his, flying Overwatch. Perhaps he's picked up some intel that could help us track down the Matriarch.
Let's find out. Helm, set a course to the Khitomer's location.
Give my regards to the ferryman, Patach.
If the Mokai want to fight, then a fight they shall have. To battle!
Is this all your understanding? I can lack
And it'll take us a little bit longer to kill these guys than it does our main Let's Play character for Star Trek Online, because this character is, as I mentioned in the past, not kitted out completely. And Khitomer takes a torpedo from itself, because that's just how torpedoes work in this game. If the target completely disappears, once you leave combat, the way it works is that the torpedo goes back home, because that makes perfect sense. So sometimes you will get shot by your own torpedoes. They don't do any damage, but still, you get shot by your own torpedoes.
Welcome to Khitomer. As you can see, the rebels are keeping us busy here. Skirmishers warping in to test our mettle. They have not found us lacking. As for Jaula, we've picked up some chatter recently. Nothing verified, but
What is it?
intelligence thinks she's in space, under cloak, planning her next attack. But the chatter suggests she may be planet-side, working with people friendly to her cause. A bold move, if it's true. I suggest sending a team to the surface to investigate. Hawk Nuch Care!
Consider every possibility. Yes, good advice.
We're picking up some erratic readings from the outer part of the sector. Could be more skirmishers trying to sneak in and sink their blades in our backs. We'll deal with it. You should keep looking for the matriarch.
Understood.
Good hunting. And tread carefully. A nest of diplomats can be a dangerous place.
Indeed. Good luck, Captain.
When the Ferengi say the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife, I believe they had diplomats in mind.
Interesting point.
I know some people down there. We might be able to get some intel out of them, provided they don't bore us to death with their witless banter.
That's a risk we'll have to take, I'm afraid. See you planetside, General. There's the Khitomer. We turn around with the Rotaran. Head back to the planet. Well, not back, but, head to the planet.
This is Alliance Command. We've been expecting you. Your away team is cleared for transport to the diplomatic chambers, at your convenience.
Let's go.
Let's check in. Tedious, but necessary. The front desk officer might have some insight on the Jaula situation as well. They see every face that comes in here. Officially, at least.
Let's go.
This building used to be a monument to Klingon glory. Much has changed.
Yes, it has.
Welcome to the diplomatic chambers. Several delegates are present to discuss the Mokai rebellion in the Chamber of Alliance nearby.
Speaking of Mokai, rumor has it Jaula might be on the grounds.
That is an interesting rumor, considering that several blood feuds have been declared against House Mokai. I would find that unlikely, not to mention messy.
I see. And where can we find the delegates?
You will find the Klingon delegation in the central area of the Chamber of Alliance. It is flanked on the left and right by the Romulan and Federation delegations, respectively. The delegation from the Dominion can be found across from the Klingons until their formal section is completed.
Thank you.
Let's see what the delegates know. The Chamber of Alliance is a couple of rooms ahead of us.
Don't worry. Martok? For some reason I was about to call you Kagrin on accident. Probably because we've been stuck with Kagrin for most of this. Yeah. Don't worry, Martok. You'll get used to calling it the Chamber of Alliance soon.
So, this is the Chamber of Alliance. Huh. It wasn't long ago that it was called the Chamber of Conquest. I spent many a night in here, drinking blood wine and singing songs to honor the glorious dead, heroes all. Those days are gone. Conquest has given way to alliance, to diplomacy.
Do you see anyone you recognize here?
Several. I know 3 of the 4 delegates here. Some more than others, but enough to get their ear and see what they know about Jaula's whereabouts.
Which one of the 4 don't you know?
The one from the Dominion. They must have assigned a new Vorta. I don't recognize this one. You'd better do the talking. Vorta and I do not always get along.
Understood. Let's see if anyone knows anything useful. Go talk to the
The Romulan wing is up these steps.
Yes, I know that. It's a little hard to miss, considering you got the green banner hanging right there. You got green banners right here. Thank you, Martok. I get it. I know where the Romulans are. I can see the Federation across from us. I don't need you to, when we head over there, remind me that the Federation can be... the Federation representative can be found up these steps, or whatever it is you say. I don't need you to tell me that, Martok. I really don't.
Greetings. I take it from the scowl on General Martok's face that this is not a social call. What brings you here today?
We're trying to track down Matriarch Jaula.
Ah, yes. The name on so many lips these days. Fascinating woman. I suspect she'd make a good Romulan. After a visit to the tailor, of course. As for her whereabouts, I must disappoint you. I haven't the slightest idea where she is, and more's the pity. There's a considerable bounty on her head. Enough to buy a small moon, I'm told.
Are you certain? We've got good reason to think she's here.
As a child, I had good reason to think my grandfather was blown up by James Kirk in the neutral zone. Only later did I learn he died in an alley after an ill-advised life choice involving a senator's mistress. You can see why my parents chose to tell me he died a hero, sometimes we delude ourselves to avoid unpleasant truths. And such delusion can spread like wildfire in times of crisis.
Thank you, Ambassador. Not very useful, all things considered. Go talk to the Dominion guy.
This one looks particularly smug, even for a Vorta.
Who is not quite on the bench properly. He needs to be up just a little bit. And he'll probably also not have his feet sinking into the ground if you properly sit him on the bench.
On behalf of the Founders and of the Dominion they created, I welcome you. Tell me, how may I be of assistance?
Have you heard anything about Jaula being seen in this area?
What a fascinating question. Can you imagine how chaotic it would be in this hallowed hall if that were so? I honestly don't know who would kill her first, though I suppose the logical choice would be a member of the Klingon delegation.
Chagrin was kind of embarrassing us. Perhaps you've heard something off the record?
I'm afraid I'm not one to give consideration to rumors and idle gossip. I am a Vorta, after all. We prefer to operate in the realm of fact and truth. I do wish you success in your endeavors, however.
Thank you, Ambassador. Okay, let's go and talk to Ambassador Garku.
This is who Jampak chose to be our representative?
Kavan, the famous hero, and the infamous General Martok. Tell me, what brings the likes of you to this glorified double hall? If I know Martok, and I do, it isn't to chew ligament and rattle on about the price of tula berries.
Have you heard anything about Jaula being seen on Khitomer?
Jaula? Pah! That craven witch doesn't have the spine to show her face. Even in a place like this, she's not even a true Mokai. She married into the house to get her pathetic father out of debt. The only member of that line worth anything was Takuvma. Glory to his name.
And yet, there are rumors that she's here.
Yes, well, you didn't hear this from me. But there's a reason the Mokai harlot still draws breath, and it isn't her good looks. She has powerful friends. Some of them spend a lot of time on Khitomer, if you follow my meaning. So, mind your words around here. They could make their way to her ears, and we can't have that, can we?
Thank you, Ambassador. That is some potentially useful information.
The Federation wing is up these steps.
I know that, Martok.
General Martok, on behalf of the United Federation of Planets, welcome. How may I be of assistance?
I'm investigating the whereabouts of Matriarch Ja'ula. What can you tell me?
Well, she's been a topic of spirited debate here for some time now. Her recent actions at Konos and Kuvat have placed the Empire into a state of civil war, after all. As to her whereabouts, Starfleet is doing all it can to find her and bring her to justice. But she is quite elusive, as one would expect from the leader of House Mokai. I am afraid I have no idea where she might be.
And unofficially?
I have no comment in that regard. Though should the Federation's position on the matter change, I will be quite happy to let you know.
Thank you for your time, Ambassador.
She is here. I'm sure of it. We just need to keep digging. I believe it's time to escalate things. Let's go straight to the top, to the chairman himself. He's a crafty old schemer. If anyone knows, it'll be him.
Very well. Let's see what the chairman has to say.
Wide smiles, all of them. Their knives must be sharp indeed.
Okay, go ahead and... excuse me. Go ahead and find the Alliance chairman. God, it must have been expensive to renovate this place.
Greetings, gentle beings. Until now, I have only known you by reputation. I am pleased to finally meet you both face to face. I've received word from Kronos regarding your mission here. How can I help?
Recent intel suggests Ja'ula is operating on Khitomer. Here.
That would be unsettling if it were true. My security staff takes great care in their vetting procedures. If Matriarch Ja'ula has spies in our ranks, they'd know about it. I would know about it. Sadly, I think you're chasing your tail on this one.
That remains to be seen, sir.
What's this? I think you need to see this. It just came through on all channels.
Let's see it. Wait, is that...
There was a time when I believed my brother's cry of "Remain Klingon" was unnecessary. That no true Klingon would need such a reminder. But now I know the truth of it. Then and now. There are those who have forgotten what it means to be Klingon. The tyrant, Jempak, seeks prosperity for his house alone, and tosses scraps to those he deems loyal. He has forgotten what it means to be Klingon. It is a lesson I am happy to teach him. In battle! Join me, and you can do the same. Join me, and together we can show Jempak what it means to be warriors. What it means to have honor. What it means to be Klingon!
Impressive speech. This is the break we needed. That signal didn't come from space. She's planet-side. Somewhere. So much for the chairman's vetting procedures, eh?
If it's a local signal, we can trace it.
We must act quickly. Start the trace in here. See what we can find.
Right, let's go.
This is a localized signal relay unit. Clever. We're getting warmer. But we're not there yet. It looks like the signal's coming from within the Chamber of Alliance.
Let's get moving. Let's get back in here so my frame rate recovers. Because, yeah. While we were talking to the chairman, I had like 11. Yeah.
We should check the Chamber of Alliance for the broadcast signal.
At least was the recording FPS.
The signal is getting stronger.
Okay, isn't it normally behind there?
The signal is getting stronger.
Yeah, I thought so.
Another relay unit. Typical Mokai deception. Let's see that. If I'm reading this right, the signal is coming from the Gallery of Honor.
Acknowledged. Let's move out. And we're just gonna save time and jump over that. And Kagan is an idiot.
Most human operas are timid, but I do enjoy the one with the cloud.
Interesting. This relay unit is getting a signal from below us, in the underchambers. There's an access stairway that goes down there nearby. It's behind one of the doors in the arrival courtyard.
Let's get to it. And let me switch to this so I can at least, while it's relatively easy right now, go and get some melee kills. We inevitably...
This door should take us downstairs.
When we inevitably have to fight a whole bunch of Valachi, however, that's... yeah, no, we're gonna have to switch to something ranged.
Ha! The last time I was down here, I'd had too much to drink, and thought I was on my way to the transporter room.
I take it you found something else instead.
Let's just say it's easy to get lost down here, and leave it at that.
Fine with me, General.
Know this. There are plenty of dark places down here where Ja'ula and her forces could be hiding. Keep your weapon ready. If there's one thing Mokai love, it's a good ambush.
Understood. Ready weapons. Oh, hey. Found him.
Found us. Enemy targets on center.
Marta! Why are you here?
We're here for the matriarch. Where is she?
Hey, to just trigger everybody.
Mistake.
Come on.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Marta, you of all people should know that Jimpak is unworthy to rule. You carry the blade of Kalis. You led warriors against the Herc. Why do you follow such a dishonorable Bichnuch?
Kalis he is not, but Jempak has preserved the Empire through many a conflict. I may not like him, but I respect him.
He has preserved the Empire by making us the lackeys of the Federation. When the Herc returned, he hid behind his throne. That is not the way of a true Klingon. You should fight at Ja'ula's side, instead of begging for scraps at Jimpak's table, like a toothless old targ.
That's enough. Ja'ula, where can we find her?
Do you take me for a Fakuri? I will not betray the matriarch to the likes of you, Takeh!
Fine. General, I think Klingon prisoners should be held on your ship. Have this one beamed to the brig.
Stubborn fool, but loyal. We're going to have to keep looking. Let's start with that door over there. Looks like the only unlocked one in here.
Very well, let's start with that. Nope, gotta interact with this first.
I truly love the architecture here. Whoever made it has a great eye for the, I want to say, warrior mystique here. Oh yes, the warrior mystique.
Yeah, he likes the architecture.
What's a purple people dropper?
A most delicious beverage. It's a mixture of Romulan ale and blood wine. You can tell if it has been mixed correctly by the shade of purple it becomes. I've yet to find a human who can drink a properly made one and keep standing.
Pretty sure he's talking to a Romulan, though.
This place. The food is terrible. The liquor is a joke. And everyone wants to argue about something. Yes, the last part is a delight, but the rest? Inconceivable.
I must admit that there is some wisdom in what Ja'ula said today. The fact that Martok still breathes tells me Jempak became Chancellor through dishonorable means. I will listen to what she has to say. Where does she want to meet?
The chairman's aide is a close confidant of Ja'ula's. Talk to him, and he will make the arrangements. Get ready for Mokai paranoia. You'll be blindfolded, unarmed. They even carry you so you can't count your steps. I did hear someone using a door passcode at one point, but that's to be expected.
You'd be paranoid too if half the Empire was looking to send you to Stovacor the hard way. I will speak to Casenata's aide then. Try not to catch any bugs down there in the dark, old friend.
Sounds like we need to get our hands on that passcode. That Karuk we beamed to my brig probably knows it, but we don't have time to get it out of him.
Any ideas?
That band of Mokai we dealt with aren't likely to be the only rebels down here. Let's keep looking around. I'll wager we find more, and when we do, we'll just have to be very persuasive.
Understood. Let's get to it then.
Old Casenata is one of Lady Ja'ula's puppets. I'm sure of it.
They sent Martok and some war hero here. Someone's going to choose their pain soon.
Martok, eh? Did he bring the Sword of Kalis with him?
You actually believe that story? You're more gullible than I thought.
I can't recall if we stopped for that when I last played through this.
Personal shield losing power.
What is it with these guys using frickin' control slip and slide shit?
Do not let them pass. We must protect Ja'ula.
Such loyalty.
Go. And interrogate you.
I have nothing to say to you. If you're going to kill me, let me die a warrior's death. In Ja'ula's name.
Why does she deserve such loyalty from you?
When Bavat brought dishonor to the house, everyone within it suffered. We were shunned, cast out, abandoned. Like her brother before her, Ja'ula is giving the dishonored a chance for redemption. I will fight and die for her if it brings back honor to my house.
I see.
You are a prisoner now, but you need not be a prisoner without honor. We require the security passcode. If you give it to us now, I will protect you from Gempok's wrath.
I do not wish to spend my days in the depths of Rurapente. If you swear to protect me, I will tell you where you can get the code.
You have my word.
And mine. Once we have what we need, you will be released from the Rotaran's brig.
Very well. There is a Mokai officer stationed closer to Ja'ula's sanctum. One of Ja'ula's best. He has what you seek. One last thing. Warrior to warrior. Do not destroy Ja'ula. You must know her cause is just. Give her a chance to prove it.
We shall see. Another prisoner for transport, General.
There's more to Ja'ula than I believe. She clearly inspires loyalty in her own forces, and has convinced many others to forsake their own house and follow hers. I'm picking up life signs. They aren't far from here. That's probably where the Mokai officer is hiding.
Right. Move out. I don't know why I went this way. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
We must defend the inner sanctum!
Shield losing power.
Well, at least we're on the right path.
Flanking damage detected.
slip and slide stuff. Damn Targ, stay. Come on.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Okay, got him.
Listen closely, Mokai. I am running out of time and patience, which puts you in an unpleasant situation. I require the security passcode, and you are going to give it to me. As they used to say in the old days, choose your pain.
Poor General Martok, fatigued by the weight of his villainy. Go scream at the wind, old man. I have nothing for you but insults and scorn.
Arrogant and unwise.
That hole in your face is making noise, Totsa. It is irritating. If I could get my hands on you, I'd silence it forever.
Do you have the code or not?
I do, but I'd sooner dwell in Grethel than give it up to Baktag like you. And you, Martok, lackey of Jimpak. How toothless you are, serving that piece of Warshak. You should have stayed in God's prison if you wanted a life of dishonor. It would have been safer for you, old man.
I advise you to stop taunting the general while you're able.
You're wasting your breath. He's chosen his pain, and I'm going to deliver it to him.
Last chance. I'd talk if I were you.
You're bluffing. There is no honor in beating a captured prisoner.
There's no honor in being a captured prisoner. Are you ready for eternity in Grethor?
You're serious. I can see it in your eyes. You're both willing to dishonor yourselves to get what Jimpak wants. Kia!
Passcode, now.
Very well. I'll give you what you want.
Wise choice. General, beam this one directly to the brig.
That console must be nearby. Search the surrounding area.
And here's what we need. Whoops. It was what? 384, right?
Your bloodthirst has caused enough trouble.
My bloodthirst is what keeps us alive. We are Klingons, not spineless Ga. Or have you forgotten?
Consider your next words to me very carefully, Akar, for they may be your last.
I hope we're not interrupting anything important.
The fabled General Martok, the man who should be Chancellor. What a disappointment you are! Have you come to bring me to justice? You and your lackeys? More fools chasing Jimpak's blood money?
Surrender while you can, Matriarch.
Surrender? To the likes of you? I think you overestimate your chances.
Surrender or fight if you have the spine for it.
You are on the wrong side of history here.
It's someone who fired on defenseless civilians.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Let's take the car out first. Put the car down. Wow, that's a very strong swing. You know, dude literally disintegrates. And this is now a very well-lit corner. We got so many people there with the Blade of Grethel, or whatever it's called, something like that.
Foolish woman! I've had enough of your weakness. It's time! Kill them all! Experience B.
Huicha! Filthy Marquis! You will pay for this!
Only if we survive, Jula. Only if we survive. Okay, and he's just gonna disappear, so screw it. Don't. Get back here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Jesus. Take this guy out. It's gonna take a while, though. It hurts like hell. Nope, stay away.
That filthy, lying Tuck! I will send him torn and bleeding to the deepest depths of Grethor! He may have swayed some of my crew with his words, but not all. Not yet. I need to leave this place and secure my ship!
You seem to be forgetting that you're a prisoner.
We don't have time for your games, fool! If I don't secure my ship, and quickly, Akar will. And you've already seen what he will do with the mycelial weapon. Yes, it was he who gave the order to fire on Kuvat, not I!
What do you mean?
My lady, the battle goes poorly. We must withdraw.
Let's leave them something to deal with while we do. Gunner, target the shipyard and fire the weapon!
Belay that order. Target the city as we discussed.
Yes, cousin.
Gunner, what have you done? I ordered you to target the shipyard!
Dishonorable Baktag!
That city! The civilians!
There were no civilians on Kuvat, my lady. There were only Klingons, and all Klingons are warriors. You would be wise to remember that. Now every warrior in the Empire will know the price of standing against you.
And what price will we pay for this, Akar? And will we pay it here, or in Grethor?
If we are victorious, it would be a small price.
Enough! Get us out of here! Maximum warp! Now!
This Akar, he's a schemer. We need to make sure he doesn't get control of that glorious relic Ja'ula calls a ship before it's too late. Let's get out of here. We'll figure out what to do with the matriarch later.
Right. Let's get moving.
Locked. More Mokai tricks. Contact your ship. See if they can beam us out of here.
Right. Jatorg de Hernok, we have Ja'ula. Beam us up. We can't get a lock on you, Dahar Master. Something is causing interference. Add another Mokai trick to the list.
It's a shielding system with a rapidly alternating phase pattern. The only people who know how to bypass it are Akar, my transporter chief, and me. If you want to beam out of here, you're going to need my help. Release me, and you shall have it.
That's not gonna happen.
Perhaps I can be of assistance?
Okay, guys, let's spread out just a little bit.
My lady, I am glad I was able to find you. The situation has grown worse.
My lady, have you joined forces with Ja'ula too?
Why wouldn't I? She is the matriarch of House Mokai. And until her return, I was the last of House Mokai. She is my liege! We can discuss my lineage later. The enemy is moving and does not care about such things.
Agreed. What's going on?
Jimpok has brought a fleet above Khitomer, and Akar has transferred the mycelial weapon from the Lucara to Jimpok's flagship.
We need to get out of here, now.
Agreed. You, a dead pa. You managed to get in here. Surely you know how to get out.
I managed to get in here before Akar activated the shield. I'm just as trapped in here as you are, Martok. I do believe the matriarch has offered you a viable solution to your little dilemma, however. If I were you, I'd take her up on it.
Looks like we have a problem. She's our prisoner.
Listen, I could have shot you and Martok in your foolish heads while you were trying to open that door. You'd be dead, and your prisoner and I would be on our way to safety. We're beyond that now, yes? We now share common goals. Let her go, and help us put an end to Akar. After that, if you want to duel to the death or some such nonsense, we will be happy to oblige you.
Very well. For now, we have the same goals.
Come with me. This building has
moment,
many secrets.
If you don't mind. We have met, you and I, via the transponder you found while serving Captain Jerlek. Yes. I have been your handler all this time. We have done well, working in the service of the Empire. I may have tasks for you in the future, so keep the device, and keep our association under cover. Be seeing you.
Okay, let's go with Deadpaw. So, nice
Let's
little
get out
cutscene.
of here. Shall we?
You never told me about a back door.
You didn't ask. Be thankful I thought of it,
Yeah. Let's just get this over with the
Mokai
Deadpaw.
artisan designed these tunnels. Their secrets are ours alone. Hold! I want to be sure the other side is clear. We're good. Let's go!
Yes, let's go at Deadpaw. This is my third time playing this mission, and while it's not a bad mission, it does go a little bit longer than I would like personally. Why are you just sitting down there, really? What, did I get too far ahead? Come on. Or is it this way? Actually, this one's open, so I guess it's this way.
How did you get past Akar's security?
I've forgotten more about security than Akar will ever learn, my lady.
You never fail to impress.
These stairs. And...
Quiet! Jimpok's forces are ahead.
Yeah. I'm finishing all this stuff for this shit's gonna take forever.
Jimpok wants them all dead! No exception!
Making damage detected.
Jimpok has been bad. He's no better than a Fakiri!
In close proximity.
Come on.
God, I hate melee in this game. I really do. It's just terrible. Also, we're probably not going to bother saving anybody, because quite frankly, I do not care enough at this point.
My warriors, they are outnumbered!
Not for long.
Martok, you say that as if you're calling in reinforcements, but you're not. Okay, you're not.
Men are spent. Gempok won't get away with this!
When people learn what happened here, Gempok will have no allies left.
Yeah, that's not quite how that works, buddy. You will inevitably have people who continue to support somebody, even when they do a bunch of bad shit. Just because it doesn't matter to them that the person is doing bad shit. Okay, and one of our guys got knocked down. Okay, and somebody got the dude who was knocked down back up, but then somebody else went down. Okay, there we go. Go get Chagrin up.
What is the old saying? The enemy of my enemy.
We're far from friends, Ja'ula. Let's leave it at allies for now.
A fitting term. Very well. Let's get to... Wait. Transporters. Gempok and Hakar are sending reinforcements.
Ready weapons.
Gempok sent Jarod. Loyal, but expendable.
I'm just gonna switch to range now.
Stand down, or I will hit you, old man!
Personal shield losing power.
Captain Jarod, I see your habit of choosing poor
Enemy
allies.
combat in close proximity.
Because I kind of just want to get this over with. And honestly, it's much faster with a ranged weapon than it is with a melee weapon.
You're better than this, Jarod. Don't dishonor yourself.
You just me of dishonor!
He's already running away. Dude, they're already running away.
Die well, Jarod!
Okay, and now we headed to the main chamber here, and one last time.
What's the meaning of this?
Gempok sent down some trash.
Enemy combat in close proximity.
Go. Chairman?
What is going on? Outward comms have been jammed. Klingon forces are beaming down and attacking civilians. Matriarch, you said something like this wouldn't happen. I should have never agreed to shelter you here.
We should have known. Your security was far too lax, after all.
Save your petty judgment for someone who cares. Gempok has been a problematic leader for some time now. I thought Ja'ula could remove him from power with a minimum of bloodshed. Clearly, I thought wrong.
Now who's being judgmental?
Enough! We need to deal with this before it escalates beyond our control, if it hasn't already. Gempok is up to something here, and he doesn't want any witnesses.
That's not good.
Ha! Aren't you the master of understatement? Chairman, give the evacuation order and then head to the transporter room. We will get you out of here in one piece if we can.
We'll do what we can for the wounded. Meanwhile... Character's like, I got a bad feeling about this. Come on, run. Go on. And that's why you don't wear capes.
Come, this is no way to die.
Your cape will phase through you and you'll somehow manage to trip over it.
Yeah, get moving. Go, run!
Facing wrong direction.
Run, go, get to the transporter.
I said we wouldn't try to help people, but that's not true. We will try to help people, but we won't go out of our way to help them. Also, this shit takes way too fucking long.
Don't risk it.
That's another thing I'm gonna mention. It takes way too freaking long to help people.
Watch out for Ilachi!
Well, I guess it's only an issue if they're down, maybe. If they're kneeled down, I guess it's faster than when they're laying on the ground. I suppose that's the way you could do that. It's annoying.
Keep moving, or you're dead.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works. You're gonna take forever. I wonder if being science speeds us up at all. You know, some of the early missions, they used to have things like that, where if you were a certain career path, there was a little bit of something there for you. But I don't know if that's the case for everything, and I'm not seeing anyone else here. We're just gonna ignore the Ilachi. Let's go ahead to this side. We're gonna skip through all the dialogue with Kobayashi or whatever his name is, or I don't know why the hell I'm saying Kobayashi. Sugihara.
Look there! It's Sugihara!
To think we need there will
Yeah. We're skipping through that. Because I frankly don't care enough to listen to his dialogue. He takes way too frickin' long when this thing's going and coming after you. Now, you know what would be great is if your AI companions could help. Because they want you to save 15 people, which is kind of a pain when your AI companions do diddly squat. I mean, it's not impossible. In fact, I think they might have rebalanced this a little bit because I'm having a bit of an easier time than I did before. Also helps that when you get shot at, it doesn't interrupt. If getting shot at interrupted, they would have been a real pain.
You need to keep moving.
Martok, you're not supposed to teleport. And we are moving. Martok, I don't know where the hell my companions are. I don't think they take damage when they are stuck in the thing there. Unless they ran ahead. Actually, I think they ran ahead. Yes, actually, now that I think about it, I think your companions are supposed to... Come on, go. Damn thing wasn't registering that I was pressing F. Let's just ignore these guys. I get you up in time. You're down, so maybe not. I guess it just depends on how quickly it moves. Now this is sort of like a reverse battle royale. You know, normally you need to stay inside the circle. But this time, no. This is a stay outside the circle. Yeah, I feel like this is going a little bit easier than it did when I last played through this. I'm not sure what the deal is there. And God, I don't know what happened there. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. The reality is those guys should probably be running just as much as we are.
Keep moving!
Okay, get you. You're the last one. I believe there's supposed to be an accolade for getting all 15, but I think I got all 15 the last time I played through this on my main Let's Play character, and they didn't get it, because for whatever reason the game did not count somebody. And I believe there is only exactly 15 people. Okay, there we go. We got an accolade. I think there's also supposed to be a bonus of some sort, but yeah.
The transporters have been scrambled by Jampok's forces. I can get them working again, but I need some time. I would rather not beam into a bulkhead or get duplicated.
Work fast, Commander. That wave is still coming.
More Elachi are coming. Defend a dead pup.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We'll try. Hopefully she doesn't take forever, because it's coming pretty damn fast. You know, I will say this. It is also, I guess, sort of slightly nice that there was some attention paid to not have this come in literally straight down the center of the map. It's a little offset. Which, you know, the fact of the matter is, it actually requires a little bit more work to have it come in like this at a slight angle than it does to have it just come in straight down the center line of the map. Or at least presumably. It actually requires a little bit extra work to do it this way. But you know, it makes it actually look a little bit nicer doing it this way, in my opinion. Now, the reality is, I think a Det Pa does not have a set amount of time it takes. In the sense that, you know, you defend her, you fill a bar in, and then you're done. No, I think in this case, actually, you pretty much have to wait until the last possible second for her to actually finish. So killing these guys is just so that we don't die while waiting.
One fast! I almost got it! Got it! Transporting now!
Come on. There we go.
What happened here? Jampok has dishonored himself and his house, and this attack will be avenged.
Yes, we need to take action, and quickly.
At last, the two of you see the truth of things. You see who the true enemy is. That enemy lies in wait for us, and he has the mycelial weapon. We must deal with him before he uses it again. Agreed?
Agreed. This has to end here and now.
I knew Jampok was a schemer, but this? Ah! I have no words.
His dishonor is great, and he aims to make it ours as well.
Then we must end him before he succeeds.
Yes, something I should have done a long time ago.
Agreed. Let's finish him together.
Y'all done? Yeah? Great. Okay, thank you. Dahar Master, I know this isn't the best time, but the people But the people you rescued on the surface wanted you to have this. You rescued 15 survivors, each sent over 50 lithium ore. Thank you. Ooh, a whole whopping, well, because of bonus, 1,688. Look at all that dilithium. You just have to run that 8 more frickin' times if you wanted to hit the cap. Well, actually, not quite 8 more times, but whatever. Close enough. Vorcha, and then we're done for now. Well, not quite, obviously. There's one more fight at least.
Target's shields have failed.
He's trying to make a tight turn on us. And kind of sort of succeeded. Because we lost the open arc, but it didn't really matter in the end.
So, you have joined forces with the Mokai Barbarian, eh? You would stand against me and the Empire? So be it. I will give you all a traitor's death.
The only traitor here is you, Jimpok.
You will pay for this attack. I swear it.
So you're an idiot and a liar. The weapon is in your hands, both.
Okay. Got rid of the Megvar nice and quickly. You are smart enough to stay away from the grav wells. The other one's not as much. And that is supposed to be, yeah, those guys warping in, but a bit of a delay there on the models.
We came as fast as we could. I need a situation report. What is going on here?
The unthinkable, Captain. You need to...
Be silent. Captain Cochrane. These traitors have betrayed the Alliance. They have joined House Mokai and launched an attack on Khitomer. You can see the results. None have survived. They must pay for their crimes, Captain. Arrest them at once.
You say none have survived, but I'm pretty sure people have survived. I mean, look at all those lights. Also, dude, that is a tiny colony. Okay, no, I guess there's some more down there and whatnot, but apparently all over here is basically abandoned. I mean, I know this is sort of day's light over here, so you can't, you know, you don't see the lights, the night lights of all the cities and everything, but you should still see, like, layouts of cities nonetheless. I think there might be a little bit there and maybe a little bit up here, but honestly, the fact of the matter is, Khitomer is very empty. There's a lot of wilderness still on Khitomer, which is slightly shocking, in my opinion. Captain, the Chancellor is lying to you. We can explain.
Well, I find this hard to believe. I have orders from the Chancellor of the Empire. I cannot disobey. I am placing you all under arrest. Surrender, and you will be given a fair trial under Klingon law.
But there's no such thing as a fair... Well, I mean, obviously that's not true. But no thanks. I don't really feel like dealing with Klingon law, even though I am a Klingon. Especially because I really do imagine Jimpok would probably pull some strings to make sure it's not actually a fair trial at all. Kagran, stand down. On my orders, I will prove our innocence. Why'd I say on my orders? I meant on my honor, I will prove our innocence.
If you're innocent, you'll get the chance to prove it in your trial. My orders stand. I'm asking you one last time. Surrender peacefully. I won't ask again.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Sean, because you never issued any orders previously. This is literally the first time you've popped up. So, you can't say that your orders stand because you didn't give any orders. You're making a mistake here, Captain. Stand down.
Madness! I know this warrior. They fight with honor. There is no way they could commit such a cowardly attack. You may follow those orders if you wish, but I will not. Stand down, or you will face me in battle at their side.
And so, okay, it looks like Federation line, the Enterprise is on your side. Klingon and Klingon Alliance, presumably as well. The Board Askew is on your side. Is this what you really want, Captain?
Enough. I refuse to listen to more Mokai lies. Captains, hear me now. You have your orders. Carry them out, or you'll be dealt with alongside the terrorists.
Very well. Red alert. Tactical, fire to disable.
Disable them. I want to know what they're up to, and you can't interrogate a corpse.
It is unwise to leave a dangerous enemy alive. We can always kill what we plan.
dialogue is too damn quiet. And God, the Enterprise does not go down without a fight. We're gonna call in some more House Mokai assistance. So, sorry about the blinding white light. Well, I suppose it would also be easier if this character was better kitted out. With, like, gold weapons for everything. Because that's not the case. Come on, Enterprise, go down. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, finish off the Federation reinforcements. And then we can focus on the Khitomer.
Target shields have failed.
You're actually targeted on anything. Let's fix the gather intelligence, gather intel, whatever. And turn around because I would rather continue to fire on the open arc. Admittedly, that open arc did not stay open for very long, and that hurt. Could you just not do that again? Thank you. Okay. And down goes the Khitomer. There we go. Finish off the last of the Klingon reinforcements. Askew. Thanks for your help, but now you're gonna be needing to go on the run again.
This is no victory, traitors. Every warrior in the Klingon Empire will seek revenge for this. There will be no safe haven for you, no place to hide. You will all be hunted like animals, and you will not die as warriors. No, you will be taken alive and locked away for the rest of your days in a place that will make you beg for death. A mercy I will not allow.
Or, you know, we could just shoot you right now, Jimpock. Oh my god, it would save us so much trouble in the future if we just fired on you right now. I mean, seriously, there's basically no reason for us not to. Now, he's already branded us as terrorists and traitors. So why not just, you know, save everybody the trouble. Deal with them right now. No, we got the IKS core, the Lucara, the Rotarans over there, the Bortaskew was here. There he is. Chi, whatever it is. And then our ship, which, I mean, is probably better than any of these individually in terms of how they're kitted out, but nonetheless, we could deal with them. We really could. With all of us here, very easily. Just me alone, probably as well, but it would require a little bit more effort, because like I said, character's not quite fully kitted out, because quite frankly, I can't be bothered to do that right now. You may suffer the same fate yourself, Chancellor. Oh shit, he just walked right through us.
And he took the weapon
They will
with him!
live to fight another day. Probably better than they deserve. But I will honor your choice to spare their lives. It won't be long before Jumpak declares us all enemies of the Empire. Even Martok. I will do what I can, but you will need to stay hidden for now. I will send word when it is safe to return.
You tried to Star Wars us. Understood. Go with honor, Captain. Kapla.
Your friend is wise. As of now, we're all living on the edge of a knife. The day to avenge Khitomer will come, but it is not this day. Come. A dead pa knows a few tricks when it comes to keeping a low profile.
Okay, lead the way.
Strange, isn't it? Hours ago we were enemies, and now we must trust one another to survive. Our enemy is a madman with the power of an empire at his command. The path ahead will be challenging, but it is one we must follow. I hope you're ready. Consult with your crew and wait for Adet Pa's signal. We will make our next move soon.
We'll take the dual nanopulse mechleths. And that'll be it. We're done with this character as far as uploading, or recording and uploading videos is concerned. Unless, for whatever reason, the devs decide to go and add some more unique scenes for Klingon recruits in any other future missions. I don't think that's particularly likely. The devs don't seem to typically do that type of stuff. I mean, honestly, I'm a little shocked that they even went back and added it for this one. But, I mean, it's a possibility. Maybe they will add some more such cutscenes for future missions. But again, I wouldn't count on it. So, like I said, as far as uploading and recording videos for this character is concerned, they're done. I will still be keeping the character around so I can get the other rewards for stuff here slowly over time, because I'm sort of reaching that point with Star Trek Online where I pretty much only log in to do the event stuff and then I'm out. This is the only character where I'm sometimes bother doing the endeavors if they're easy enough and don't require too much work. I mean, some of that requires me to play like 3 queues of something. Just not going to happen. I do not care enough to go and play 3 queues of anything. But if it's, you know, go destroy X amount of Borg ships or Zenkethi ships or something, sure, that's easy enough to do. But yeah, so like I said, as far as this character is concerned, they're basically done now. I will see you all the next time I record Star Trek Online or on whatever other videos it is on my channel that you watch. But until then, a goodbye and farewell. A quick reminder that I do have a Patreon and a Discord. You can find links to those down below in the description. I do highly recommend that you join the Discord because that is my go-to place for posting channel happenings. As for the Patreon, if you enjoy the content on the channel, that is the easiest and best way to support the channel. So again, if you enjoy the content, I would love it if you became a patron. For as little as $1 a month, you'll get early access to all of my videos, and obviously that has some potential benefits, such as if it's a series where I'm sort of going in blind. You have the ability to give me tips and tricks and actually have it reasonable potential that I managed to see it early enough to actually have an impact. Otherwise, because I typically record these videos a week, sometimes I manage to get ahead of recordings and it's 2, 3, 4 weeks, but typically it's only a week turnaround time between recording and the video going public. So often, if you wait until the video is publicly available, your tips and tricks may no longer be relevant, or at least they may not be helpful anymore. But if you're a patron, that 1 week early access, roughly a week actually, not quite exactly, your tips might actually be useful. And you might actually see me be able to employ them. But yeah, so I will see you all, like I said, on whatever other videos it is on the channel you watch, whether that be Star Trek Online with my main Let's Play character or any of the other video or series that are have ran in the past, which potentially revisit or are currently running, and of course any video series I run in the future. But until next time, Kapla.